Hello, my lovelies. Listen, I'm sweaty. I'm coming to you raw, okay? Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, but move. Move, move, move. Move your body, move your spirit. Get in tune. And one of the things that Spirit's been really just talking to me about is moving even when you feel like you're not in the proper place at the proper time. Like, I think that we kind of correlate with readiness with like the conditions being perfect for the environment. You're gonna hear my kids around because they're being kids. So listen, at the end of the day, I just want to encourage you that like the work is already being done because you have an offering to give. It is not something that you have to wait for perfection on. You don't have to wait for things to be quiet, for things to settle down. You don't have to wait for things to look how you want them, how you think they should look in order for people to receive you. The proper people that are going to receive your message are already there. They're already waiting. And the longer that we take to go ahead and move on the purpose and the calling is the longer in which things sit, they stay stagnant, and things don't move. So the energy of today's vibe is to move, to be uncomfortable in that movement too. Sometimes it looks like it looks like discomfort, because at the end of the day, what we want, right, it's going to take us moving out of the norm, moving out of what we would normally do. And that could lead to a little bit of discomfort, and that's okay, because with discomfort plus productivity equals change, equals growth, equals evolution, equals movement forward. So it doesn't mean that things are not going to happen for you. It just means that they're happening exactly as they're meant to unfold. But the first step is you. Like the Fool card, right, in tarot, it's all about just taking a leap of faith, just going out there. They're a little bit naive. They're a little sorry, I'm making sure my baby's not crying. They're a little bit naive. They're a little bit like out there. They're a little bit just ready to go. They don't care about what's on the other side, even though they're on the ledge. They just trust that Spirit's going to catch them, that life is going to catch them, and that everything's going to work out. And that's the energy that we're being called to move in. You don't have to be scared of what's on the other side of you moving. All you got to do is just know that it's going to be for your best benefit, that it's going to not just benefit you, but it's going to benefit your community. It's going to benefit the people that you're in the life of. It's going to benefit your inner world, your outer world, and everything in between. But it will not move unless you do. And I can't stress that enough. That was something that I was getting so stuck in, especially with, my little ADHD and healing the perfectionism in my mind. It's like, I used to be like, oh my God, if it doesn't look like this, if I don't have the capacity that, if I look like this, that's why I'm even coming on here with a bonnet. Like, who cares? Just show up, because your community is already there. The things and the people that want to be and show up and receive in that space with you are already there. You have to just go claim it by being you and showing up. There's nothing else left to really do other than those steps. It doesn't mean you have to have all the materials that you think you need to have. You are the offering. And I think that is the most beautiful medicine that I've been taking in this season, is that I am the medicine. And I don't need to stress. I don't need to try to look at what's happening in Bobby Sue and Kiki Wu and what they're doing, because what they're doing works for them. But at the end of the day, it is a choice to move, to get in tune, to be present, to go ahead and do the work. And the work doesn't even have to look hard. It doesn't have to be this really strenuous thing where you're like, oh, I'm grudging my feet. It can be fun. Make it fun. The more fun you make it, the more willing you are to do it. And the more people are willing to receive it. It's really that simple. Even if the first couple of things that you do don't get bit on, that's fine. Who cares, right? At the end of the day, things in the universe, as we take actionable steps, it tells the universe what we're ready for. So when we start to move, it's like, oh, the universe is like, oh, okay, they're ready for this. Oh, they've been ready. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Let's make the conditions now appropriate for them to receive that. But that can't happen if we're sitting there and like, oh, I wish upon a star. I hope that this will happen. I think that if I just believe hard enough and I say my affirmations, that things will magically shift. It's like, yeah, that can kind of help, but action is still required of you. And it doesn't have to be this big thing. Again, I can't stress that enough. And especially for my neurodivergent, beautiful baddies out there, my beautiful mamas that got a lot of things in life going on. It doesn't mean that you have to take away from what you're already doing. It just means that with what you have, be there, be present, show up. I'm showing up right now and my kids are in the next room vibing. I just said to them, hey, can you be quiet for 10 minutes and play quietly while mommy makes a video? Boom. I got my baby sleeping. So while the baby's sleeping, let me go ahead and do something that's going to feed my soul. So what did I do? I started dancing. Then I remembered, oh my God, I love to dance. Let me go ahead and, oh, how can I feed this? How can I also pour this back into my community? What does that look like? Right? It's those little moments. And I wanted to kind of take it and bring it back home, because at the end of the day, it's so hard. We're like, how can we apply this to our lives? And, I don't know, the bean soup theory of people being like, but what about? Well, then you're not ready for it. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. If you can find a way to go ahead and block your blessings on every front, sweetheart, what about Bobby Sue and Kiki Woo? What about this and that in my life? Sweetheart, then you can just stay there, because there's always going to be a reason not to move. I was in the shelter with my kids, and I was teaching my dance classes. And at that time in that season, I'll never hear. Let me actually give you a story about being ready in the right place. And at that time, I was doing a lot of manifestation. I was really trying to get back into the group of things. And so one of the things that came up for me was this, right? I'm at Cafe Euphoria, which is a really beautiful cafe ran by the LGBTQ. We love that here in the community and where I be at, okay? And so while I'm there, this beautiful angel comes in, and she walks in, she's having kind of like this business meeting, and they're talking about creative moves, creative things, and they're like, yeah, bet, we're doing that. I over here, I interject and say, excuse me. I see something told me to get up and say something. I said, excuse me, I'm actually a singer-songwriter. I would love to share my music with you. And then I just sat on the floor with my kids there. Okay, at this time it was just the two. With my kids there, and I started singing. I got down on the floor, and I started singing for them. And I used whatever around me as instruments, and I went ahead and I sang. And they were so moved. And now I'm in a dance company with that person who I love. Also, we became very good friends, and I am very grateful. But that would have never happened if I just sat there and I was saying those affirmations and just thinking. I had to move. I had to be a little uncomfortable. I had to kind of put myself out there. I didn't know how that was going to be. I didn't know if that person was going to be like, excuse me, I'm actually in the middle of a conversation. Right? I didn't know that. But for me, I knew that whatever I was being called to do, I was being called to do with an intention and purpose, and I had to make myself available. And from that place, so much growth, beauty, and revelation has come. Like, now I'm in a dance company with them. What? How amazing. And that would have never happened if I sat there with my kids just thinking, okay, maybe they'll come talk to me. Maybe they'll come talk to me. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe nothing. Maybe I just get my ass up and do what I got to do. And that's exactly what I did. And from that seed, from that action, things snowballed, things moved. And things can move for you too. Don't be scared of what's on the other side of that little baby movement, Betsy, that you're being asked to go ahead and do. It's a small thing, baby, for you to go ahead and just put yourself out there. You never know who's watching. You never know who Spirit's getting, in line with. And another affirmation that I love to say to myself in these seasons is that I'm always in the right place at the right time. Opportunities love to find their way to me. The ones that are meant for me, they're always there in abundance. I don't need to stress. And then I find that as I go out into the world, literally those doors open up for me. It's nothing that I need to do. And sometimes maybe I don't even have to go with the frick outside. I'm sitting there, and for me, I do a lot more spiritual practices. I guess I'm a little bit more woo-woo for all the other peoples out there, whatever, okay? I might be doing, a sugar jar, as I was doing yesterday with my kids. They all made sugar jars too. And we're over here, I shake it, I light a candle for, the people that I serve and the angels that I serve. And boom, all of a sudden, I'm getting ideas. Things are coming to me. But I had to take that step. I had to put that foot forward. I had to answer the call. And answering the call looks different for everyone. But at the end of the day, it just takes a tiny step. Put yourself out there. Do the uncomfortable thing. If you're like me and you got a bonnet on and you've been called to make videos and you're like, oh my God, but who's going to receive me and who's going to see me? Who cares? Just put yourself out there. Just do it. Just do it. Nobody really watches these videos at this point. I'm just going to do it. That's what I've been called to do. So I'm going to show myself. I'm going to show myself that, first of all, I can trust myself to take action on my dreams. And then that I can trust that the universe is going to bring in who, what, when, whatever's needed in order to make it pop, lock, and drop. That the proper people are going to find me. I don't know what Spirit's curating, and it's not for me to go ahead and be in the mix of, other than to put in my request and then watch things unfold in the most perfect and divine way. Anywho, I don't know who needs to hear that. Just a little, vibe and invitation from your big sis on the internet. Okay, yes, as I fix my little, there we go. That makes me a little full. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, do the thing. Just do it. Just put yourself out there. Just put yourself out there. Nothing's holding you back other than you. Okay. I love you. I see you. Okay. Comment below on what you're taking a step towards if you feel comfortable to. Or you could just comment and say, I'm moving forward. I took that step today. Shit, just speak it like it's already happened. That's how we make things happen. I took the first step today. And then take it. I did it, maybe I sat down and I wrote it out. I had to get it down on paper. Amazing. Great job. Whatever it is, put it in the comments. Or maybe just say thank you. Because, hey, I like a little gratitude in the vibes as well. Stay true, be kind to you, and move in your purpose and your calling. Bye.